Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today's video is about everything you need to know about the PlayStation 5 and also is it worth upgrading from the PlayStation 4 to the PlayStation 5. So now let's begin the video. First, let's talk about the controller. The PlayStation 5 controller has got a lot of changes. So let's go through it one by one. The first and the most interesting change according to me was the name. From the past 4 generations of PlayStations, the name of the controllers was DualShock, but this year they have changed it to DualSense. That was the most interesting change according to me. The next improvement is in the haptic feedback and the vibration. This time you get different forms of haptic feedbacks for different gameplays. For gun shooting there's a different feedback, for car racing games on different tracks there's a different feedback. So that's one of the special improvements in this controller, and I feel because of these improvements in this motion sensing and everything, I feel the name has changed to DualSense. The last important change is the overall design. This time it has got a much comfortable and a futuristic design for the PlayStation 5 controller. Now let's talk about the console itself. The PlayStation 5 had launched in 2 versions, the standard edition and the digital edition. The difference between these 2 versions is that there is no CD drive in the digital edition and there is a CD drive in the standard edition. And if you're interested in the fully detailed specs, it's mentioned over here, and here you can pause the video and watch. Now let's talk about the features. This PS5 supports 4K at 120Hz and 8K support, 3D audio support, motion sensor, ray tracing, haptic feedback improvements. All these crazy new features were introduced in the event. Now let's talk about the games. During the live event, there were many games displayed. If you want to know the list of games, it's mentioned over here. But there were 3 games which were actually very interesting, which is the Spider-Man, Gran Turismo 7 and the Horizon Forbidden West. These 3 games are very high quality gameplays. But obviously in the live event we could only see at 1080p at 30 frames per second, but actually it supports 4K at 120Hz. If you have a 4K 120Hz display, you would really appreciate and you can really enjoy the quality of these gameplays. Next, let's see if it's worth upgrading from the PS4 to PS5 once the PS5 launches in the end of the year. I would say for now it's not really worth, because the PS4 is really powerful even now, and even if you can wait for 1 to 2 years, the PS5 will be even cheaper, and with the extra money you can buy a 4K or a 120Hz display. So I would say for now it's not really useful for you to upgrade from the PS4 to PS5. But if you don't have any console right now, then you can go and buy the PS5. The next thing we're going to talk about is the price. The price was the only thing which was not revealed in the event. So now let's just guess a random price. The PS3 was launched in 40,000 rupees in India. The PS4 was launched in 40,000 rupees in India. But the PS5 has 2 editions. So what I think is the digital editions would launch at 38,000 rupees and the standard edition could launch at 42 to 43,000. It could be 2 or 3,000 more or less, because due to the GST we cannot say the actual price. So that's it for this video. Hope you liked the video. If you did, then hit the like button and share it to all your friends, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.